Joy-Anna Duggar broke down in tears over her crumbling family postpartum. Depression battle and sisters tell all books in a candid new podcast chat. Reality star Joy-Anna 26 confessed she questioned her own reality following the birth of her youngest son Gunnar 13 months, who she shares with her husband. Austin Forsyth, in a clip shared to Instagram from the Unplanned podcast, she said, "It all came just crumbling down postpartum. My family had a lot of struggles at that time. And then these books come out." Joy-Anna appeared to be referring to the titles written by her sisters, including Jill's Counting the Cost, published in September 2023, and Jinger, Becoming Free Indeed, which was released just 4 months before Gunnar's birth in January 2023. In the books, the siblings lifted the lid on their family's controversies, including their show Counting on Being Hacks after Josh was arrested and charged with child pornography in 2021. Joy-Anna added in the podcast, "I came to a point where I was just like, what do I believe? What is even real elsewhere?" She reflected on her experience with the mood disorder in more detail, noting how it differed from her previous pregnancies. She explained that while she suffered with baby blues for 6 months after the stillbirth of her daughter Annabelle in 2019, this time felt more extreme. Joy-Anna attributed much of her struggle to not taking proper care of herself during her pregnancy, leading to physical exhaustion and other challenges. She said, "I didn't know with my first what was happening, but I was in a fog for like 6 months. We had a stillbirth after Gideon and after I delivered her Annabelle, I had baby blues for probably about 6 months, but it wasn't as extreme as this time. But this one, I think a lot of it was not taking very good care of myself during pregnancy. My body was depleted. I felt exhausted all the time. It compiled with all the other things." Duggar critics call out Joy-Anna's rose move as she goes barefoot during flight to Colorado with husband Austin. Describing the aftermath, she said, "Everything crumbled after that. I would wish that no mom. I know a lot of moms go through it. The thing that probably helped me the most is I was talking to a counselor once a week, just talking through a lot of family stuff, a lot of spiritual stuff." The 19 kids and counting star said she was encouraged by Austin to see a counselor for her mental health issues. While she was initially hesitant to seek help, she eventually realized that it was necessary to address her problems. She said that her counselor helped her to understand the root causes of her depression and to develop healthy coping mechanisms. Johanna explained, "He really encouraged me. He kept saying, do just ask all these questions and not search for answers. He was like, if you have these big questions of is God real, or does God care about me, or the bigger doctrinal questions, you need to be proactive and search those out, because I want you to know for yourself." He was constantly there supporting me, wanting me to grow, become a better person, and encouraging me to search stuff out for myself. And so anyway, the long answer to that question is I think it really helped me spiritually, taking my faith from a lot of fear-based that's similar to Jinger, a lot of searching myself, searching things out for myself, and knowing that God loves me no matter what I do or what I don't do, and I'm still on a journey. It's been a tough time for Joy-Anna lately, as just last week Gunnar was rushed to the hospital after a cold developed worrying symptoms that they couldn't treat at home, initially showing mild symptoms like a cough and runny nose. Gunnar's condition worsened, leading to labored breathing. Despite at-home treatments, they took him to the where he received steroids, breathing treatments, and oxygen. After 2 nights in the hospital, Gunnar recovered. Joy-Anna expressed relief and concern about his respiratory struggles, possibly linked to asthma, which runs in their family. This health scare followed a previous incident in June when Gunnar nearly choked on food, but recovered after emergency care. Also this summer, Joy-Anna boldly broke her dad, Jim Bob's strict modesty rules, which she followed growing up. Plus, she and Austin have found a buyer for their home as they suffer from money problems. How many children and grandchildren do Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar have Jim, Bob, and Michelle. Are parents to 19 children. The couple has 9 girls and 10 boys, and all of their children have names Joshua, Janna, John, David, Jill, Jessa, Jinger, Joseph, Josiah, Jonah, Jedidiah, Jeremiah, Jason, James, Justin, Jackson, Johannah, Jennifer, Jordan, Grace, and Josie were all raised in the family home in Tony Toon, Arkansas. The Duggar family, once seen as the embodiment of a wholesome, close-knit unit, has faced its share of challenges over the years. From public scandals to internal rifts, the family's unity has been put to the test. Recently, Joy-Anna Duggar Forsyth has opened up in a deeply emotional moment, sharing her struggles with the pressures of a family in turmoil. Her battle with postpartum depression and the fallout from her sisters tell all books that have rocked the public's perception of their family in an emotional video. Joanna's raw vulnerability gave fans a rare look into the personal struggles that have weighed heavily on her since becoming a mother, and how the public attention on her family has impacted her mental health. After welcoming her third child, Joy-Anna found herself facing the overwhelming reality of postpartum depression, a condition that many women experience after childbirth, but is often kept in the shadows. While Jonah has always portrayed herself as a strong and resilient woman, motherhood presented challenges she hadn't anticipated. In her candid reflection, Joanna admitted that she didn't immediately recognize the symptoms of postpartum depression. What started as exhaustion and mood swings soon evolved into a deeper emotional struggle. I thought it was just the baby blues, she shared in the emotional video. But it wasn't just sadness or tiredness. It was like a weight pressing down on me, and I couldn't shake it. Joy-Anna's tears flowed as she described her feelings of isolation and helplessness, despite having a strong support system in her husband, Austin Forsyth, and her family. The burden of caring for a newborn alongside her other young children felt immense. There were days when I didn't even feel like getting out of bed. I felt like I was failing as a mom, she revealed, her voice cracking with emotion. The pressure to uphold the Duggar family's image of having everything together didn't help. Joy-Anna felt like she had to live up to the high expectations that had been placed on her. As a Duggar daughter for years, she had seen her mother, Michelle Duggar, managed 19 children with what seemed like unshakable grace. Comparing herself to her mother only deepened her sense of inadequacy. However, Joy-Anna's moment of vulnerability was a turning point. Speaking out about her postpartum depression allowed her to connect with other mothers who were going through similar experiences. Her openness about her mental health struggles has helped to destigmatize postpartum depression within her community and beyond, offering solace to other women who may feel alone in their battles. In addition to her struggles with postpartum depression, Jonah has been deeply affected by the growing tensions within the Duggar family. The public scandals, especially surrounding her brother Josh Duggar, have caused deep rifts within the once unified family. In her emotional breakdown, Joanna spoke of the pain of seeing her family crumbling in the public eye. There's been so much hurt. Joy-Anna confessed, so much pain that people don't even know about. It feels like our family is falling apart. Then I don't know how to fix it. The fractures within the Duggar family have only become more pronounced as several of Joy-Anna's siblings have begun to speak out publicly about their experiences growing up in the strict conservative household. The release of tell-all books by her sisters, Jill Duggar, Dillard, and Jinger Duggar, Vuolo, has opened old wounds and exposed private family matters to the world, where Joy-Anna, watching her family's personal struggles become public FOD, has been heartbreaking. It feels like everything we work so hard to build is being torn down, she said, her eyes welling up with tears. I love my family, and I just wish we could go back to a time when things were simpler, when we were all together and happy.